Hi, parents. This is Mrs. Ramirez. I am your child's math teacher. I have been receiving a lot of emails and concerns about Google Classroom and the assignments. So I wanted to do a quick tutorial video just to show you what it looks like on your student's end and what the expectation is, and just to go through and ease some of those concerns and address some of those situations that people were feeling overwhelmed about. So today is Tuesday, and that means that your student will have fifth, sixth, advisory, and seventh period for their classes for the day. So if your student is in sixth or seventh period, they would have clicked on their sixth period math or seventh period math Google Classroom. If your student is in first, second, third, or fourth period, they would click on whichever class period matches that for the day. But since today's Tuesday, that means students access sixth and seventh period math. Okay, so when you access the class, you're going to go up to the classwork tab, and you're going to see the topic August 24th through 28th. Okay, so that's this week's worth of lessons. The assignment is going to be posted, and it's going to say Tuesday assignment and Tuesday quiz. It has number 1, number 2. This means that you need to do these in order, not one before the other. Okay? So we're going to start with the number 1 Tuesday assignment. Let's read the directions first. Go to joinpd.com and use code JZIXQ to complete your daily practice problems. Lesson videos are embedded into the Pear Deck slides. Make sure you watch each lesson video. You may show your work on the slides, or you may use scratch paper. Write your answers on each slide. You can draw or use the text feature. Once you are done with your practice problems, complete the quiz. Okay, so it's super important that the students access this assignment before they take the quiz so that they can be successful on the quiz. So after reading these directions, we're going to start with the first step. Go to joinpd.com. So your students need to open another tab, type in joinpd.com, and then their screen should look like this. Then they're going to copy the code down, JZIXQ, and type it in here. And then they'll be able to access the Pear Deck presentation. They can answer how they're feeling for the day or skip it. And this slide, it started off on slide 32. But let's just go back to the beginning real quick on slide 1. Now, I know some of you were really concerned when your students or when you saw slide 1 out of 90. The students do not have 90 problems to do for the day. There's 90 slides. The reason why there's so many slides is because a majority of the slides, or a few of the slides, have lesson videos that are showing them how to do each type of problem. Normally in math class, we would do about 50 to 60 math problems a day. Now they've changed our schedule to do block scheduling. So normally, if students were in person, face-to-face, they would be completing around 100 to 120 math problems a day. I know that that is a little extreme, so I trimmed it down, but it's still a lot because, again, the students are in a block schedule. So they would, if they were to be in person, they would be in my math class for an hour and 40 minutes. And they would need to have enough material to do for an hour and 40 minutes. Okay? So, and again, not all of these problems are math problems. Some of them are videos or instructions or notes. So on this slide, it's a video. So they would click on this, and another tab would pop up, and they would hit play to watch the video. When they're done watching the video, they can leave the tab open, or they can close it, and then they need to go back to the presentation for the student. Once they've learned how to subtract these two numbers, they're going to go to the next slide, and then they're going to do this problem for practice. Okay, and they can draw on their screen if it's touch screen, or they can do it on paper and put their answer on here. They can draw their answer, or down here there is a text option. You click on this, click on the slide, and you would type your answer right here. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here's another video. So the students will click on it. It'll pop up in another tab. They'll watch the video, and then they need to go back to the session and go to the next slide. And here is a practice problem for them to do. And that's pretty much how the whole assignment is run. So then they do another practice problem. And then here again is another lesson video showing them how to do the next type of problem. They would do a practice problem, another practice problem, and then here again is another quick video on a different type of question. They would watch the video and then go to the next question, do a practice problem, another practice problem, another practice problem, and then here we're back to subtracting. They already watched the video. If they need to watch the video again, they can go back to the tab that they already had open, or they can go back to the slide that had the video and rewatch it if they don't remember how to subtract these numbers that look like this. So again, I know the 90 looks very overwhelming, but a lot of them are videos, okay? So when the students are done with their Pear Deck, they'll close out of it, because once they get to the end, if they get to slide 90, we'll fast forward there real quick. Once they get to slide 90, it says 90 out of 90. There's nowhere else to go. There's not a submit button. It saves their answers and automatically sends them to me. So when they're done, they can go ahead and close out of the Pear Deck, and they need to go back to the Google Classroom. They've finished the assignment, and then they need to go to the quiz next. And again, the directions here for the quiz say, complete Pear Deck slides before completing this quiz. Your quiz score will reflect the work you have done. I have received a lot of quizzes the past 2 days before the students have accessed the Pear Deck, and the scores have not been super great. I could easily tell which students have been able to go through the Pear Deck or have watched the lesson videos, and which students did the quiz first or didn't access the Pear Deck and just took the quiz. Make sure you're doing the Pear Deck first so you know how to do each type of problem. So then the students will click on the quiz when they're done with their Pear Deck assignment. It'll pop up here in a tab. They're going to put their name, the class period that they have me for, and then there's going to be a question here. They'll type their answer right here, and it'll save it, and they move on to the next question and type their answer here. There's only 5 questions on the quiz, and all of the problems are the same types of problems that they saw on the Pear Deck. That's why it's super important that you do the Pear Deck first and watch the lesson videos so you know how to do the quiz. When the students are done, they'll hit submit and it will send me their quiz scores. Okay? So that's just a quick tutorial of my Google Classroom. At the top is also a link to my office hours. Students can click on this and they can click on this document and they will be able to access my office hours. So these are my A-day office hours, Monday and Wednesday. If you have first period, you can join into my office hours at this time if you have questions. Second period, here's the link if you have questions, and so on. For B-day, or Tuesday and Thursday students, you will be able to reach me at this time, and 7th period students will be able to reach me at this time. If you can't reach me at the time of your class period, that is completely okay. If you are in my 7th period and you need to talk to me during the 6th period time, that is completely fine. You can go ahead and access this link and ask whatever question you have, and I can answer it for you during those office hours. And just a note, Friday will alternate between A-day and B-day every week, okay? So again, if you ever have any questions or need anything, you can access these office hours and you can ask me any question that you have about the assignment or the quiz or a test. Okay, so that is how my Google Classroom is run. And again, an assignment and a quiz or an assignment and a test will be released on the day of your class. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me or to email me. I can get back to you as soon as possible. Again, I appreciate you watching this video. And again, any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.